Hey guys, we are live. I told you guys that I was going to go live as soon as I knew a car update, and well, there's a car update. I am physically and utterly just lost for words right now. I have no makeup on. I've cried all my makeup off. Um, I cried all my makeup off, so there's that. But I'm not going to talk numbers or anything. However, my car is totaled. Also, my car was worth more than what it was worth. It worth more than what we owed on the car, if that makes any sense. So that's a good thing. Another good thing is, and I'm sorry if I wake any of you guys up. I really didn't mean to. I first thing, well, not first thing. I mean, I cried my eyeballs out. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Either way, like I knew that the car was totaled, but I physically didn't want it to be. Because I'm like, we're not going to have a car. We're not going to be able to do this. We're not going to be able to do that. Um, However, I called the person who we financed the car through and who we got our car through last time. And he was like, hey. And I was like, hey. He's like, you guys still own your car? What's up? And I was like, no, we don't. It was totaled today. And he was like, so you guys need a new car? And I said, yes. However, we are not getting a brand new car. We are getting a used car, and we are getting it tomorrow. Um, with what the price we're getting this car is how much we owed left on our old car. Um, it is a used vehicle. I'm not giving numbers out or anything like that, just because I mean it's nobody's concern. And then so I called my insurance and I said, hey, how much would it be for X, Y, and Z to go on my insurance? And they said, well, it's only going to cost you $4 extra. And I was just shocked. I was like, we're going from a regular car to a bigger car. I'm confused. And they were like, yep, your insurance is only going to go up $4 a month. And I don't understand how God works, honestly. The car that we're getting is my dream car in general, so I'm just crazy confused. Hey guys for hopping in. I'm sorry if I woke you up. Um, I Everything is working out in our favor right now. My car was totaled, completely gone, completely totaled. It's done. It's gone. It's if you're in here, say hi, talk with me. Um, so as soon as I got off the live with you guys, I went to Walmart. From Walmart, I got a phone call from my insurance, and they were like, your car is in completely total loss. This is how much, again, I'm not disclosing any numbers or anything. This is how much you owed left on your car, and this is how much your car is worth, even damaged. For as many miles that was on my car, where my gas tank was, which was obviously full. I just filled it before the accident. Um, the conditions of my seats, the conditions of the vehicle, the conditions of my trunk, um, everything was in good condition. So I got market value for my car. So they took my car. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. Again, I am okay, good. I was like, I don't want to wake anybody up, but I need to let everybody know. Um, if you didn't know, I was in a motor vehicle accident on Friday the 13th. Um, and I did have a lot of damage to myself, obviously. My car was totaled. And I got the phone call today and I was just devastated. I was like, I physically don't understand. I don't want to understand. Deep I mean, I guess the reason I was so emotional was because and I'm about to get emotional again. Oh my gosh. Um, the reason I was so emotional was because, that car is the car that, you know, my husband and I worked so hard for. And that's the main thing we had. It's the only thing we had. I mean, with yeah, we're living with my mom and my dad. I mean, we bought a house and we live with them and it was just like confusion because I was like, that's the only thing we have. That's my husband's and I's. It's the only thing that I mean, we have the house with my mom and dad, yeah, but that's the one thing we had for ourselves and it's gone. And I physically broke down. I was like, I don't understand. I don't I don't get it. So thank you. I really, really needed that. I honestly do. So first thing I did, well, not obviously break down. Second thing I did was I called my dealership where I got my other car because I really love my sales guy. He got us a brand new car for minimum payment. And I was like, hey, and he's like, what's the matter? Because he knew who it was right away. And I was like, our car was totaled on Friday the 13th, and we were just told today. And he's like, okay, so you need a new car. And I said, yes. I said, but I don't want a brand new car. I don't want to pay as much as I was paying. That was pushing it for us. And he's like, okay, what are you looking at? And I said, well, I'm looking at the 2013 Hyundai Santa Fe. And he was like, okay, this is what I can get your payments to. And I'm pretty sure the people who you are financing through will be totally fine with you financing with them again. You didn't have any missed payments. I just looked at your history. And so this and this and this. So we're going from a 2016 Hyundai Accent to 2016 Hyundai Santa Fe or 2013 Hyundai Santa Fe. It is an older vehicle. However, the miles are worth it. The miles that are on it is about what I had on my car. So that's what we decided to do. I am physically numb, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm happy. We don't have to put payment down on this car. We don't have to put a down payment on the car because we had such good credit with the company. So we are getting it tomorrow. And I guess the next video after Cookies Till Christmas, you guys are going to see a tour of my car. Um, I'm just, and my insurance is only going up $4 from a little car to an SUV. I'm, but my payments from my old car to this car are going to be totally different, lower um, than what we were paying. So I am very, very excited. I am so happy. I have been literally on the phone. I cried. I laughed. I've screamed happy. I've screamed mad. Any emotion possible has happened with me today. So I am just happy that, you know, I guess everything happens for a reason. I mean, like Vanessa says, honestly, enjoy the little things. And that's how I feel. I mean, I'm excited. And I'm excited for how financially stable we're going to be and not have to stress out. And I everything happens for a reason, and I guess this is the way. How, I have no idea. Losing my car would put me in a better financial state, but it is, and we're going to have a savings now, and I'm just I mean, I still have to deal with the pain. However, knowing I can get to my appointments and knowing that I don't have to. I mean, my mom has an expedition. That thing is ridiculous. And she's like, "Well, you could drop me off and take me to work." And I was like, "Just dropping you off and taking you to work takes a quarter tank of gas." No, it's huge. It's too much. And I was like, "I don't trust myself driving that." I mean, I drove an accent for as long as I've been driving. So it's like, no, I'm not going to do this. So I am, thank goodness, again, everything happens for a reason. And, I'm praying for you just as much as you guys are praying for me. And honestly, I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have you guys, honestly. And it's insane for as much as my channel has grown in the last since the cookie collab. I was stuck at 130 subscribers for so long. And thank you for all my new subscribers. I mean, everybody that's going to be watching it on replay. Thank you. Um, my goal is to reach 200 by the end of the year. That was my goal when I first started YouTube. I mean, I did it for. I guess I'll kind of do a little bit of a backstory on how I started YouTube. Everybody kept asking me for my recipes for my meatloaf, recipes. Oh, that's awesome. I'm doing cookies all the way till Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is a Grinch cookie, I will tell you that. I've done, everybody's kept asking me, "What is your recipe for this? What is your recipe for that?" And I was like, "You know what? This is ridiculous. You guys live in North Carolina. You live in Utah. You guys live in Colorado. You guys live in Louisiana. I am not giving you guys my recipes anymore. You guys want my recipes? Follow my YouTube channel." So that's where a lot of my subscribers are family and friends that wanted my recipes. And I did a summer collab video with Vanessa. Um, and it's crazy because I'm in Vegas. I will tell you that. I won't tell you what part, but I am in Vegas. So, oh, you're welcome, honestly. So everybody kept asking me, "Where are my recipe? What are your recipes for this?" For instance, I have a summer pasta salad that I'm going to be sharing soon on my channel. I mean, it's not summer, always summer, but we eat it more in the summer, and everybody wants it. And I'm just like, it's coming soon on my channel, guys. I'm not able to eat the pasta salad right now due to health concerns, but I'm on my way. Just call me. I'll meet up with you. Shoot me a message. I would love to meet you guys, honestly. You guys are in Vegas. We can meet up somewhere, just not the strip. I ain't doing it. There's so many more casinos or whatever. I'll even meet you down on Fremont Street. I won't go down the strip. Ain't gonna happen. But if you wanna meet, let's do it. Honestly, I will meet you guys in a heartbeat. Um, so I started as a subscriber to Vanessa, and then I started my own channel, and then we started talking, and we got, um started texting back and forth, and, um, it became more than just a subscriber. Um, we became friends, and then from there, we did the collab over the summer for the kids, and then this is my second collab, and we went more than 2 people this time, and I blew up again. I was like, "Okay, this is crazy." Um, so I have a lot of health issues right now, therefore, um, I have to go low carb or pretty much no carb, right now, and they said that fruits and veggies are fine, but complex carbs I can't do. Oh, I love Vanessa. I cannot wait to meet her in person. Honestly, we've been virtual friends for over a year now, and I physically cannot wait to meet her in person. Hopefully, I'll be going to Oklahoma um, later next year, and hopefully, I'll be able to meet her in Texas on my way up there. That's a goal. I haven't talked to her about it yet. Vanessa, if you're watching this, let's meet up somewhere. Whether it's on my way there or on my way back, I don't know. But that is my goal is to meet Vanessa next year. We will see. It's a dream of mine to meet her in person and just give her a huge hug and a thank you, honestly, because if it wasn't for her, my channel wouldn't be where it is today. It's insane. I don't know who the other person is watching me, and it's kind of weird. I mean, I'm good with the one-on-one with you, but I'm just like, who's this other person watching? It's possibly YouTube watching. I don't know. They won't tell me. It just shows 2 people are watching. So I can see. It says 2 people up here though, but it doesn't tell me who. Like I didn't even know you were watching until you commented. It doesn't tell me who's watching. It doesn't tell me who's watching and it doesn't tell me who thumbs up, but obviously you're watching. That's how I know you thumbs up. So I didn't I don't know who else is watching. It's crazy. Do it. Start a channel. And the biggest thing for me and the biggest thing that I've noticed is even if you upload once a week, be consistent with that one day. So if you upload your first video on a Monday, then do your next video on a Monday, unless you do like a Monday and a Tuesday or a Monday and a Wednesday. So I do Monday, Thursday, Saturday, regular. If I'm not doing cookies till Christmas, I upload Monday, Thursday, Saturday. So Monday, Thursday, Saturday are my work days. And I film as many videos as I can on a Sunday. And I know that sounds crazy until a lot of people, everybody's like, how do you film 3 videos in one day? It can be difficult. And if I don't get it all done in one day, Monday I work, so I respond to comments and I edit the next video. So on Sunday, I throughout the week I film what's on the menu, and those go up on Mondays. So what's on the menu Mondays is what I call them. I know it's cheesy, it's okay. And then from there, so that I already have. So I edit that on Sunday. And then so that goes up Monday, Thursday, Saturday. Even if you just, for instance, start on a Monday, and I know this is how my channel started. I did what's on the menu Monday, well, I called it what's for dinner at first. And I was like, you know what? Let me be my own person. Let's do what's on the menu Mondays. So all I did in the beginning was say, hey, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But this is what we're having for dinner tonight. And I just filmed the finished product. So, and that gave people ideas. So, no, it's not going to take you a long time to edit because they're just clips of each day. And it's easy. So, all I did was I filmed this is what we're eating today. I took a picture of it. Those pictures became my thumbnail. So if you look at my What's on the Menu Mondays, I have all my meals up, the photos, and then I just did snippets of what we ate. Or even if since you're night shift, you could do what's on the menu, but do it for lunches or what I eat in a day or anything like that would work to start off your channel. If I were to give any advice, it would be one, choose what you love. Same, same. That's where a mom's homemade lifestyle came from. I'm a mom, so mom's lifestyle, honestly, mom life, and homemade. That's how I came up with my name. A mom's homemade because that's what I do mostly with my food lifestyle. You can do it. You don't have to film how you cook it. You just film the after product. Do it. Start it. And make sure you shoot me a message with your channel name, and I'll be the first to subscribe to your channel. Do it. No excuses. Just do it. I don't think it's for birth. Right? Mine is right there in my bed, and dad is sleeping in his bed. Okay. If that's your New Year's resolution, do it. Do it. Send me a message, and I will subscribe to your channel. Hands down. That kid is ridiculous. Sometimes caught in my bed. See? Yeah. Um, so he has been scared since the accident. Um, I'll do a whole video about our life story eventually. I sat down with my husband and it was 3.5 hours long, and he literally was. I don't know what my husband was doing. He was not looking at the camera whatsoever. And I was just like, this is awkward. My husband was awkward the entire time. So I'm gonna have to refilm it myself. And I'll do that sometime in the new year. That's one of my New Year's resolutions because everybody wants to know, what where where we started. Where did my husband's health issues happen? Where did my health issues happen? How was my birth with my son? Because it was absolutely terrible. Um, you know, being for some people know that I had twins and I miscarried at 8 weeks pregnant. So his twin at 8 weeks pregnant. So it's like, and then he got sick for a very long time. And then we found out that, um, yeah, it's terrifying. Right now, he thinks that the red car, which is my accent, is being fixed with duct tape. He's going to be very sad knowing that we are not getting the red car back. I know. It's honestly, miscarriage is honestly the worst feeling ever. I thought I lost him. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's he thinks it's getting fixed with duct tape. Little does he know we're getting a new car tomorrow. And I don't know. It's insane to me. How life works is insane to me. So, I bled my entire pregnancy and it was awful. I could have lost him at any minute. Oh, he's 4. He ain't precious at all. I mean, maybe when he's asleep he'll be up in 5 hours. He'll be up at like 3:30, quarter to 4, and it's 10:26 now. So, I'm honestly running on adrenaline. I've been up since 4:30 with 2 hours of sleep the night before, and I physically can't sleep because I'm so anxious about tomorrow. I mean, signing off my old car, starting a new beginning before the end of the year, financially stable before the end of the year. It's insane. I'm excited. Till 8 in the morning, what do you do? And don't get caught watching me. That's all I'm saying. Don't get caught watching me. And what do you do? No, he's terrible force. Horrendous. Okay, good. I'm glad you work from home because I was like, I ain't getting you in trouble. I'm not gonna be the reason. I have no makeup on. I look terrible. And those are all his stuffed animals that he has up there. Oh, that's awesome. I had a Lenovo before my Pavilion HP now. And my Lenovo just gave me crap and crashed. I got mad. So then my mother-in-law got me the HP Pavilion, and that's what I'm using now. To edit, to upload. I'm not an Apple person. Oh, I'm not. I won't. I'll stick with my HP. I mean, even the screen right now is cracked from we went camping and I took my computer with me because I had to upload footage and the difference in elevation cracked my screen and it still works amazing and I've called them, it's under warranty and stuff, and they were like, well, whenever you want to send it in within the next year or so. I was like, okay, when I have enough videos on YouTube, or you send me a new one and I'll just send you this one. And they won't do it. So I was like, whatever. It's covered for 5 years. I paid for the 5-year warranty, so it's fine. I'm waiting for my mom to get home to let her know everything. So as soon as my mom gets home, I'm gonna hop off and explain everything to her. And it's kind of crazy how you guys you're getting the gist of everything before my mom does. My husband was like, "What made you call Anthony? What made you do this? What made you do that?" I was like, "You know what? We have good history with them. We might as well just stay with them. Do it. Do it, and then you can help me when I have an error." I get a certain error all the time. I know how to fix it now, but it's just like, why? It's one thing about the accident. I can't keep my hair up for too long, and I can't have it down for too long. And you'll be able to be a part of them, manifest it. Yeah. I mean, that's the first thing I did. I mean, I went obviously, if you're smart about it, you obviously know where I'm gonna go. Um, I'm staying with Hyundai, obviously. I'm going from an accent to a Santa Fe. Um, but paying what I had left on my car is what I'm paying. Hi, Haley. How are you, sweetheart? It's been a rough one today. Let me tell you, I feel bad if I woke you up. Nissan's not bad either. I just physically can't. What do you need advice for, sweetheart? I'm here. Tell me. That's what we're talking about right now, is advice. Uh, she's 7. I mean, I cleaned Jameson's when he had his umbilical cord. They told me to clean it with rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. I mean, that's what I did. It doesn't burn unless she has a rash, and then if that's the case. I mean, even just water and a Q-tip. I have my own son right here. He's 4. My son is 4. And if you read the description of my video, you would know how old I am. Of course I still clean his. What are you talking about? I'm his mom. Of course I do. Give me just 1 second. Blocked. Sorry, that got too much for me to handle. Do I take care of my kid? That's kind of weird. She was asking, how do I clean a kid's belly button? And I told her with rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip is what I was told when my son had his uh, umbilical cord. So I was like, well, how do you approach him? Uh, the same way you would with any kid. I mean, I don't mind giving parenting advice. I don't mind giving, if, but just know it's advice. Right. Right. That was awkward and very weird. Well, how do I approach my 7-year-old niece? Have her lay down and watch TV, distract her. Her belly button's dirty. I was I was confused. Exactly. Exactly. Well, do you take care of your kid? Do you wash him? Of course I wash him. That's why I said what I said. I was confused. I ain't afraid to block people. Honestly, that's one thing people have to realize. I mean, I had one person call me, "Well, how's your husband doing, Miss Piggy?" And I'm like, "Well, he's singing over the rainbow on a log." And exactly. And then I blocked him. With Jameson, I distract him with any type of electronics, but if I would have said that, I would have gotten in trouble for it too. It's like, I don't know what to do. Right. I mean, I had makeup on in a video, and somebody said that they hated the way that my makeup looked. My makeup changes every day, so I was just confused. Was confused. I mean, I'll go purple and neon pink, and then the next day go brown, and then the next day go blue. It all depends on how I feel. Oh, I'm not. I laugh about it. I mean, I'm just like, you know what? I'm a mom with a 4-year-old son. I was 96 pounds before I got pregnant. And 4 years later, I am not where I want to be. However, I have to realize I had a thyroid condition after him. They still can't get my thyroid regulated. I gained enough weight to be pregnant with twins. I mean, it is what it is. Well, I was like 96 pounds when I met my husband, and then I gained. I want to say I was around 180, 190 when I got pregnant, and now I'm not disclosing my weight. It's too much. Now with the thyroid conditioning, your body not being the way it needs to be. Exactly. Exactly. Embrace it. If I lose the weight, I lose the weight. If I don't, I don't. I just know I need to eat healthier and not act like I can't eat, can eat everything and it not change my body. You know what I mean? I mean everything is within moderation, and I realize that now. And there was a time where I stress ate, and after having Jameson, I stress ate. And I was like, well, it's to build my milk supply, or it's to do this, or it's to do that, and I was like, you know what? I don't care. I mean, I am who I am, and I am who I am for a reason. And, you know, embrace it. Right. I love snacking, and that's my problem, especially because I have really bad insomnia after having Jameson. Um, I also have IBS after having Jameson, and um, pretty bad nerve damage after my epidural. I ended up having to go emergency C-section. After having 5-minute lung contractions 5 minutes apart for over 24 hours, I was done. Baby was done. Yes, I did. I have IBS. Um, Also, they diagnosed me with um, what is it called? PTSD, but not PTSD in a way. Um, Pregnancy and birth in general was traumatic. So I never want to hurt Jameson, and and it's different because if you have, for instance, you know, there's certain moms that have the problem of, yep, I got really bad depression after having Jameson. And then I got really bad depression, but it wasn't towards Jameson. It was more towards myself, and that's when I pushed to food. Um, and then from there, I didn't honestly, he can't go an hour away from me. He has to be next to me. Whether it's him sleeping in my bed or me having the camera, because I have a camera in his room, me having the camera monitor right next to me at all times. And if, when you have a baby who is sick every month, every 30 days he was sick, and they thought that he had an immune disorder. And then come to find out he needed ear tubes, and um, he had his adenoids shaved down. And now we're going to be starting speech therapy because he has speech delay. I mean, he's delayed on everything, but mainly it was his speech delay that's causing a lot of everything that's going on. So I have a feeling he's going to end up being a mama's boy. He already is a mama's boy. Um, Daddy can take him for a couple hours, knowing that I have him all night. And there's still nights where he'll sleep 30-minute intervals, and it's just because of his ear tubes or whatever. It's hard. He's in a sleep regression right now, so I don't know how he's asleep. He slept for 3.5 hours this afternoon, and he's asleep now. I'm confused. I'm shocked I even got a nap from him today. But he's in a 4-year-old sleep regression, and I'm just physically confused on how he slept so far 6 hours all day today. 3-hour nap, and he's been asleep for 3 hours. It's almost 11 here. I don't get it. I don't mind him being a mama's boy. He's my only baby. I can't get pregnant. I mean, I could get pregnant again, but it'd be harmful to myself if I got pregnant again, and I'd be high risk my entire pregnancy regardless. But that's another story for another day. Just because of everything that happened pregnancy wise and everything that's happened after pregnancy, um, I was told by my doctor she'd be shocked if I could get pregnant again. And I wouldn't mind just him. Do I want him to have a sibling? Yes, because, and I know this kind of sounds morbid in a way, I guess. When me and Chris pass away, I don't want him to be by himself. I want him to have somebody he can lean on. And my husband has had 3 brain surgeries so far, technically 4. So it's just like, it's something we thought about. And I was 5, 6, and 7 months pregnant for the first 3 brain surgeries, back to back, month apart. It was insane. Um, but I got a hematoma on top of a whole bunch of other stuff. And they were just like, I'm physically shocked. And plus, for the amount of medication I'm on right now, yeah, there's no way. I got my nerve study back today, and they don't want to do anything. Obviously, my nerve study did not come back the way that it needed to be. Yep. But you think that way. You think in the long run, especially being a mom, you think about that in the long run. You think about how your kids are gonna grow up and what if you're not there anymore? And what if your husband isn't there anymore? Who are they going to go to? And I mean, that's how it is. And I'm sure he's going to have a friend, but it's kind of hard. I lost my best friend not lost her, but we are no longer friends a couple years ago. And oh my gosh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard to even, because it's like one day you're here and the next day it's like, you know, you never know. I mean, for instance, with my accident, the adjuster that talked to me today, he was like, I am shocked that I am here talking to you today. That's how bad your accident was. And I mean, I'll show photos again, but I physically, the camera does not do it justice whatsoever. Yep. I mean, when my husband went through his brain surgery, I didn't leave him either. Even when I was pregnant, I didn't leave him. I was 5, 6, and 7 months pregnant for his brain surgeries. No, that's cookie videos. I use my phone to film. So uh, here's my accident. So this is my driver's side door. And this went all the way in right here. This deepest part went in and was touching my leg. Like on the inside, the panel popped off and that metal piece was touching my leg. Yeah, my husband had a cherry 1 malformation. So he had 3 extra vertebrae at the top of his spine. And then um, the doctor pretty much said it looked like a hand of bone spurs that were inside of his brain and were pulling his brain backwards. Yeah, it's tough. It's difficult. So they removed the 3 extra vertebrae and the bone spurs. They were able to remove them all, and then they put a bone graft, which is kind of like a hard cast, I guess, is the best way the doctor described it to the both of us. So you put a hard cast, more like that fiberglass piece. So if you like break your foot, the fiberglass piece that goes here, it's kind of like that. So it's not completely solid, but you're not supposed to stand on it either. So you're not allowed to protect his brain. Yeah. Um, and to make sure it goes back to the way it was. So that happened in February. March, he we were able to go home, and then literally a week to the day of him going in from the time he left, 3 weeks later he went back into the hospital because he went to the restroom and he had to learn how to walk again, pretty much walk again, but um, so he was using a walker. He went to the restroom, and I was laying down in the bed, obviously pregnant. Um, and honestly, my entire pregnancy, it looked like I was pregnant with twins. So imagine 6 months pregnant and looking like you're carrying twins, because technically I did. Um, and he said, I have something leaking from the back of my head. And I'm thinking that it's just, like if you have a scab, that little yellow liquid that comes out of it sometimes. I thought it was that. And I go in there and he's like, "Honey, I need you to look." And I said, "Okay." And it's spewing down his neck. And the first thing I did, because we just got all of Jameson's baby clothes washed, I just started washing them. I had a onesie and it was clean, and I knew it was clean. I made him hold it on his head, and I ran 2.5 buildings down to go get my mom. Yep. 2.5 buildings down to go get my mom. And my mom was just like, "Yeah, he needs to go to the hospital." So we took him to the hospital. He went and had a fluid pocket repair. And then the month later, um, same thing happened, but it didn't spew out this time. It just bulged in the back part of his head. It looked like a bulge of liquid. Like in if you had a leaking or something, how it'll bulge, that's what it looked like. And so we went again, and he had another one. And then he had a shunt put in because he was making, if you didn't know, Down syndrome, they make extra spinal fluid. He had as much, if not more, spinal fluid than a Down syndrome patient um, provides. And that was with just those extra 3 vertebrae that they removed. They thought that his body was just going to take it off, and his body was going to recycle everything. So he went in for the drain. The drain was in for a year before it dislodged out of the bottom. So it's still there. It's just not working. And we haven't had any issues since. And they're like, "We're not touching it." I lied. He went in for a spinal tap um, March 21st of this year. And further back in my channel, you'll see if you go back, you'll be able to witness that like real time pretty much. Um, they did a spinal tap, but they didn't tell him that he had to lay down for X amount of hours after the spinal tap. And after the spinal tap, they just let him get up and walk. And you're supposed to lay there for an hour so that way your body can pretty much put a blood clot in that spot. And they didn't. So he was leaking spinal fluid and he was getting headaches and stuff constantly. And we talked to his doctor, and his doctor was like, "Nope, you need to go in for a blood patch." So we went in, they drew blood, and then from there, they injected the blood clot manually where it needed to go. And then he had to stay flat for 4.5 hours. And he was in the hospital for days. So, where is my mama? Yep, 4 hours. My husband's dad had 4 stents put in this year. I know. And technically, we could have sued who did the spinal tap. It was insane. You learn things new every day, and it was just one of those things I didn't know. I mean, I learned more and more about the brain the more and more he goes to his neurosurgeon. Or now, he's seeing a neuro eye doctor. She's also a neurologist. So she does the eye. She mainly focuses on the eyes, but she also does all the nerves in the head. So he sees her now for both. Um, because he lost his sight. Um, his sight went completely blurry, like he couldn't see anything. And that again was from a nerve issue within his brain. He had to go on antibiotics and everything. So he was in the hospital for that too. And that happened this year too, after the blood patch. Life is crazy. Let me tell you. Honestly, I honestly feel like 2019 is like, well, you're not dead, so you're fine. And I mean, I also feel like I hope not. I physically, if he has any more issues, I've officially decided that I'm going to put him up for adoption. I'm official. It's official. I will sell him. It won't even be adoption. I'll just sell him to somebody who wants to take him. Right? I'll sell to the lowest bidder. That is honestly how I feel. I did that the other day. I was fighting with wrapping paper for 45 minutes, and I literally just ripped the whole thing in half and threw it away. I was like, "No, I'm done." See, so Santa wraps his gifts, mom and dad don't. And then grandma wraps her gifts in a certain wrapping paper. That's how we do our Christmas. Mom and dad don't wrap our gifts. But Santa wraps his gifts because he uses magic. I know, it's super cheesy. But that's how we do it. Santa uses magic and he uses Santa wrapping paper. This year, I did misfit wrapping paper because he saw he's into, I don't do the footsteps. My mom still puts, mind you, I'm 28 years old and my mom still to this day puts things under the tree there for Santa. To this day. To this day, I at least get 3 presents under the tree from Santa. I think it's ridiculous. I'm kind of disappointed, but I'm not doing a Christmas house tour this year because we're changing. Like, this whole room is changing, downstairs is changing. I need to do that. Yeah, we still get Easter Bunny too. I'm like, what? I'm so confused. My mom's like, it gives me the fun to do things. I was like, that's why you have grandkids. She's like, yeah, but if I were to be able to be a grandma first, I wouldn't have never became a mom. I was like, Mom, that's mean. Well, at least not to you, anyways. She argues with me. She says my kid's better than me, which I'm sure he is. I fought my mom when I was a teenager. Yep. He's a grandma's baby. It's mama this, mama that, mama, mama, mama. It's all about mama. And when mama's home on her 2 days off, nope, I'm nobody. I'm nobody. Dad's nobody. Unless grandma doesn't feel good, we're absolutely nobody. He's laying in bed with grandma or going to the store with grandma, cooking with grandma is always grandma. So tell him he needs to see you more than twice a year. More than twice a year. 6 hours away. I could not imagine being away from Jameson for 6 hours. Couldn't do it. God, he's snoring so loud. I couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine. Physical abuse is terrible. Any kind of abuse is terrible. That's crazy. I can't. I can't imagine. I still have to wrap gifts too, and I'm just procrastinating on doing it. I'm just like, I don't want to. Because we even do like a Christmas Eve box that has a book, Christmas jammies, popcorn, and hot chocolate, and a game of some sort, or a movie. That's terrible. I can't. I cannot imagine at all. Do you guys stay in PJs all day on Christmas? We do. We stay in PJs all day on Christmas. Because that's most of the time our gift that we open. Yep. All day on Christmas we stay in PJs. I think that last year I changed my shirt just because we were cooking. And eat. Exactly. See, I'm a hot cocoa. I can drink hot cocoa. I can drink hot apple cider. But I am an iced coffee person. I don't know how Vanessa drinks her coffee hot. Goodness gracious. All right. Well, mom just got home. I'm gonna let her know everything that happened. I'm gonna let you go. And I'll keep you guys updated sometime tomorrow about my new car.